This is the segment you guys love. It's a UFC 316. It's a pay-per-view weekend. A lot of fun ways we can go with this. So here we go. Are you guys ready? Grant and Elle Dawson for the Banana Blitz.
It is time.
The most hyped fight of UFC 316 is?
It is Kayla Harrison versus Juliana Pena.
No way.
I actually am
Right?
kidding. It's Patchy Mix versus Mario Batista.
No.
That's mine.
That's the most hyped fight.
That's my most hyped fight.
That's the fight everybody's looking forward to.
That's my most hyped fight that I'm looking forward to.
No.
That's going to be a long Banana Blitz.
That's the one I'm looking forward to because I've been saying Patchy Mix is the best 135er outside the UFC for years. But obviously it's the main event. Sean versus Merab 2. I think we're going to see something different. I'm not saying the outcome is going to be different. But I think we're going to see something different. I've always thought that Sean is a difficult matchup for Merab. I just don't think he had a good game plan going in. It didn't seem like him. It just didn't seem like the Sean O'Malley we've seen.
And I don't excuses, and I know no one goes into a fight 100%. I get it. But he does say that he did tore his labrum and he was almost one-armed in that fight. So I'm just throwing that out there. And I thought the Noche and the Sphere, it seemed even it was too big for Sugar. It did. It seemed like he's like, wow, I'm carrying this card. If he pulls out of this card, the co-main was Grasso versus Shevchenko. Oh, that would have been awful. That would have been bad. So.
Distracting too. The Sphere, there's so many lights.
I told this to Elle 25 minutes ago. I think Sugar actually gets it done. I don't know, Grant, if you've been. I watch everything and I'm probably too into it. Sugar seems more focused than he's ever done in his life. I think he's very skillful, very smart, and now he's very tunnel vision. And Merab seems like he's freaking everywhere except for the fight. Do another interview, another show, another broken toe, another mountain climbing. He seems everywhere. I'm telling you.
I feel like Sean fell for one of the biggest MMA propagandas in the sport in the last fight. And that was that you have to push a wrestler backwards. I think that's baloney. I think that if you want to meet a wrestler in the middle, you're out of your mind. If you want to keep from getting taken down, footwork, long rangey strikes, not trying to knock you out, but pick at you from the outside. Further, everybody also says don't kick against a wrestler. I disagree. If you're in kicking range, you're out of wrestling range typically. Now, there's always the chance that they can catch your foot, obviously. But I just think that, DC says it all the time, and I love DC, but I think he gets it wrong. He says move wrestlers backwards. I disagree. You want to move into their shot, like you're taking your hips and getting them closer to the wrestler. Bad advice.
In DC's defense, I think fighting heavyweight wrestlers is a whole lot different than fighting quicker, explosive wrestlers too. But I thank you for this, Jake. I agree. I think if Patchy starches Mario Batista, takes him down, takes his back, TKOs him, I think it's going to be a huge deal.
Oh, no, it will be, and that will be later on this thing, but it's not. Elle Dawson. It's not the most hype fight on the card. You literally have Kayla Harrison fighting for the world championship. We've been waiting years for.
What happens? I already know what happens in that fight. Okay. This is my most hype fight because I don't know what happens. I think I do, but.
How about this, Elle? What is the underrated banger on the card?
You go first.
Mine is Gastelum versus Pfeiffer. I'm a huge Pfeiffer guy. Love it. Pfeiffer. He let me drive his Lamborghini once, and that was super cool of him.
You guys are brothers in heaven forever if you let another man drive his Lamborghini. You guys are together forever.
Yeah.
Brothers.
Honestly. We're bonded spiritually now. And I'm a big Pfeiffer fan. I think that he's future championship material. Woo-hoo! I really believe that. Everybody's allowed to have a bad night. He's had 2 bad nights, one where he got slammed on his arm and broke his arm, and the other one where he won the first 2 rounds and then lost the last 3 in a 3-round fight. He's still undefeated in the UFC, and against a good guy. So I think Pfeiffer's a future contender, and I think he'll be champion someday. I really do, and I think he's gonna put on a good show with Kelvin Gastelum.
I agree with that one.
My most underrated banger is actually on the prelims, which I got to be honest, I wasn't as stoked about these prelims as I normally am. But
Joshua Van.
Joshua Van and Bruno Silva.
Yes.
Going to freaking bang. Like that is epic. Both incredible boxers, 2 flyweights with a ton of power. They never get tired. Explosive guys. Like that fight would be so much fun. And I'll save that for later.
I was gonna say the underrated banger. That's what this is for. That fight is the underrated banger. No one's talked about it. Elise Pfeiffer, who we all love and everything. That one's on the main card. People are talking about. It's the featured fight. Dan and Silva. No one in the world's talking about it except for here. Fight Bananas on Banana Blitz. Elle, you got 5 points. You are winning right now, 5-3. So good job to you.
Well, I think people are. The only thing that they're talking about with Pfeiffer and Gastelum is that it's been moved, right? Kelvin Gastelum couldn't make the weight again, No,
Pfeiffer got sick.
Remember, he got sick in Mexico.
Right, that's right.
Because they did it in Mexico where everybody gets food poisoning.
Terrible. But I think that we've seen this before. They were about to run the clip and then the fight didn't happen. So I think people should be more excited about this fight. But that's a good answer. That's a really good answer.
What is the Coke number 2? What is the guaranteed finish of UFC 316?
You can go.
My guaranteed finish, I hate to go the same in a row, but my guaranteed finish, I think, is going to be Joshua Van versus Bruno Silva. I think one of those guys is knocking out the other.
Okay. The correct answer is, Grant?
Kayla Harrison.
Thank you. Grant gets 5 points.
I'm saving that answer for later.
No, that's the guaranteed finish of this card. Kayla, TKO, and Juliana.
100% that's happening.
I saw a video this morning, and I'm not going to say what show it was on, but it was a very notable show. And they were saying that, everybody expects Kayla Harrison to run through Pena. And I got to say, underestimating Pena is not a good idea. And I'm like, guys, you're talking about if you throw a prepubescent boy up against a hungry lion and saying, well, if the lion doesn't take this little kid seriously, he could do some damage. No, this kid's getting eaten either way. So I think Kayla Harrison could have the worst cut of her entire career, almost die on the scale, not recover properly, be vomiting all day, and still win every single round of this fight.
There's a thing in basketball, everyone says, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, you never talk trash back to them. If they get upset with you, you go, I'm sorry, Mr. Jordan. Yep, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How Juliana is poking Kayla Harrison, I think Kayla Harrison is literally going to demoralize Juliana Pena forever. I think this is the moment. This is the Kayla Harrison elbow machine, bloody murder inside an octagon. I think UFC.
Just the way she responds to every single time they've been together. Juliana's ramble, moan, bitch, whatever she's doing, and then Kayla will just one line. Yeah. And it's always classy and direct and just calculated and she's just so mentally ready for this.
Taking it all in. All right.
Kayla, because she can sell a fight and knows how to do it classy. Pena should be in the WWE too, because that's just fake fighting.
What fight at UFC 316?
This was a good answer from Shot of God too. Brendan Ribeiro and Azamat Murzakanov is probably a finish as well. I agree.
Yeah. Dude, this card's actually, I'm telling you, you were banging on the prelims earlier. The prelims aren't that bad, Al. They're not bad.
I mean, no, they're not terrible, but they're not my favorite prelims I've ever seen.
No. They're not.
Definitely some matchups that
Elle Dawson, you are becoming so good at this ESPN thing. You are this is the greatest league ever in life. Tom Aspinall will never do this. I love it. You're getting Mrs. ESPN right here.
I thought we had more excited, Azamat versus Johnny Walker. I was more excited for than Azamat versus Brendan Romero. Uris Medic fighting Williams was more exciting than Andreas Gustafsson fighting. You know what I'm saying? it didn't quite come together. Markel Medeiros was supposed to be on a card like last week fighting somebody else, and now he's fighting somebody I've never heard of before. It's just not the most exciting.
Yeah,
it's not terrible, but we've had some pay-per-views recently though where the undercard was just killer.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree.
Comparing it to some of the more recent pay-per-views, it's not
like 2 or 3 months ago. The prelims were better than like the main card. It was
exactly.
It was crazy. It was crazy. All right. What fight will absolutely go the distance at UFC 316?
Go the distance?
Yeah. Patchy Mix and Mario Batista.
I don't know.
Man, I could see Patchy subbing him though.
I think Batista is a safe, very skillful. I think he's good.
I'm gonna say the first fight of the night. Markel.
Colin and Luque?
What?
No,
first fight of the night.
First fight of the kids, 10-1. He's a pretty big favorite against this guy. He was sick last week, so he couldn't compete last week, and they moved a fight against a debut guy. 8-0 kid. I've seen the kid fight. He's tough because this Mark character, because Dakota was scheduled to fight him, so I've seen him fight. He's pretty tough. I'm not very high on this Markel guy out of the 55ers that we have coming up. I just don't think he's as good as people think he is.
Yeah.
So I think that one's actually going to be a pretty close fight and almost definitely going to go decision.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that second fight. I think Quillen Selkild and Yanal Ashmouz will probably go the distance.
That's a good.
Yanal went 3 rounds with Chris Duncan and was taking a ton of damage. And I think Quillen, I think he's still pretty young. He didn't finish on the Contender Series. The guy he did finish is his debut. I just don't believe is UFC caliber. And I don't think he'll ever fight in the UFC again.
Awful.
Wasn't gonna go that bad, but
he's what's he gonna do? Beat me up?
But
I'd pick you in a split decision.
Anyway, I expect them both to be tough.
2 quick shout outs. Shout out first to Chris Duncan. I saw that he he has his own MMA organization over there. Shout out to him. Hopefully everything goes well. Also, shout out to a birthday girl, to K-Rock. Kayla Rocco is their birthday today. So 2 quick shout outs. There you go. Back to the Banana Blitz. Who's the lock of the card at UFC 316?
Kayla Harrison. I was saving it, guys. Kayla Harrison is the lock.
You can say Kayla 4 times if you want. It's okay.
She absolutely is. Everything we said earlier.
4 more points to Elle.
I don't see a way that Juliana Pena can possibly beat Kayla Harrison, and I think the odds are 100% on point. They might even be a little slimmer than they should be.
Yeah. I totally agree. That is the correct answer. But just to say a different answer, she's correct. But just to say something different, I'm going to go with Pfeiffer. I think Joe Pfeiffer is pretty. I'm really high on this kid who's probably older than me. Bigger, older. I'm really high on this guy. I think Joe is. I just every time I see him fight, he's such an athlete. It's like a D1 level football player dedicating his life to MMA. He's a scary dude. He's what I'm pretty sure the Vikings looked like back in the day. I think he's going to go really far. Joe Pfeiffer is my lock.
I like it. Who is the underdog pick at UFC 316?
I'm going with, I don't know how to say his name, Yanal Ashmouz. Being plus 350 is crazy to me. Quinlan is a tough fighter. He's a skilled fighter. However, like we said, his debut fight was against somebody that was god-awful. He had a very, very close competitive fight on the Contender Series. I think people are overhyping him a little bit. I don't think he's going to be able to bully this guy. I think that it's going to be a very close fight. I really like these numbers. If I were to bet, which I never will, but if I were, I would put a couple bucks on that plus 350.
I'm going to take Ariane De Silva against Wang Kong. I think I'm really surprised that the odds are like this. Wang Kong's like a minus 700 favorite.
It's crazy.
Struggled with some good grapplers in the past.
Crazy.
And I feel like Ariana De Silva is a very well-rounded fighter. She's subbed some really good girls. She has sneaky jiu-jitsu. She's had some really tricky leg locks. And she has good striking. Like, she's pretty defensively sound. She hits hard. She's sharp on the feet. Like, I'm really surprised that the odds are so wide on this one. I think there's a lot of value there.
Guys, and I how about Bruno Silva coming in at plus 400?
Oh, wow. I didn't realize he was such a big underdog.
Yeah, like, that's wild. Yeah. Wow, Grant's like, yeah. All right. My fault. There we go. All right. Who is the biggest superstar at UFC 316?
You want to say it together?
1, 2, 3.
Sean O'Malley. You didn't say anything.
Because I wasn't going to say Sean O'Malley.
Who's a bigger superstar than Sean O'Malley? He has 5 Lamborghinis.
Grant Dawson, 10 points. Grant Dawson's in the lead.
I think the biggest superstar this weekend is Kayla Harrison. I haven't seen a single person hating on Kayla Harrison right now. Everybody wants her to beat Juliana Pena. She's saving this division. I think Kayla Harrison's the superstar of the week.
Elle, if everyone's rooting for someone, that is awesome. That helps for sure, but that doesn't make you the biggest superstar. Like, Sean O'Malley, you could argue, is the biggest superstar in our sport. You can argue it.
Okay,
sure.
Hold on.
But he's been AWOL on social media and stuff.
So you're saying that if they switched main event and co-main event, that would be a good idea?
No.
All right, yeah. Fair. You take Sean O'Malley off this card. You're paying the money to watch. I mean, we're super fans, but you're going to tune in because Kayla Harrison and Pennington are fighting.
Pena.
Yeah, Pena. God dang it. Pena are fighting.
No,
like, come on.
Fair,
now, if she was fighting Amanda Nunes, I would say that is a bigger star fight.
Fair enough.
You know, because that's like, that's GOAT versus, GOAT.
Right.
But no, it's Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
Just on Lamborghinis alone is.
Grant Dawson's in the lead by 8 points right now. So we got a lot to catch up from Elle.
I'm just trying to understand the scoring system.
It's not by at all.
The scoring system makes 100% sense. I'm sorry.
You don't see about it. Think about
the prospect to watch at UFC 316.
Now, question. Prospect going off of UFC fights or prospect going off of just they're young? Because
no, just
debut guy. Can I?
Sure.
We're about to say the same person.
Debut guy counts.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Patchy Mix.
Yeah,
he's
Patchy Mix.
Okay.
We went through how freaking good his. I know you do because you follow.
Grant is up 9 points right now.
How good his. We just said the same answer.
Yeah, and
said it first
together. I'm still ahead by 8. Do you not know how basic?
I was ahead by 10 before that one question. Somehow
it's shimmy shammy. You have to know these things.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you.
I
gave you the scores. I emailed you both the score system. I don't know what you're arguing about.
These emails?
Clearly.
All right, 2 more to go. We got to run, guys. Who has the most to gain at UFC 316?
Probably Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, I agree. Grant?
See, I'm torn. I feel like, obviously Sean O'Malley because I'm gonna say Patchy Mix.
Okay.
I think Patchy Mix, if he submits Mario Batista, especially with the level of hate that Mario has right now, if he goes in, takes him down, subs him in a round or two, I think we're seeing Patchy Mix versus Piotr Jan / Corey Sandhagen next. And then we could be seeing Patchy Mix UFC champion by the beginning of 2026. So for me, this is a big fight.
Jake, that's totally not true. There's a real scoring system. Grant is up by 9 still. With that being said, you ready for this one? Who's a dark horse on this one, most to gain, is actually Juliana Pena. If somehow, some way, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't. But if she does beat Kayla, she beat Kayla and Amanda Nunes, like Juliana does in a bad way, goes in a good big direction. But, there you go. Last one, guys. Can Elle Dawson?
The only difference between what you just said is if Patchy Mix wins, we're excited about a new contender.
I agree.
If somehow Kayla Harrison loses, we're excited that they're going to get rid of 135.
Yeah. The fights, they cut them all. The division dies.
We're done watching.
Yeah.
Women's 135 at Kayla.
Last one on Banana Blitz, guys, with the great Grant and Elle Dawson. What fighter Saturday night in Newark, New Jersey has the most to lose?
It's Kayla, because if she somehow she's not going to lose, but
Plus
if
10 points,
God
Plus
forbid
10.
she lost this fight, like I agree. I think the division is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
I think her stock would go down super, super hard. And because Juliana Pena's stock is so low, if you're lower than that, that's rough, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously it's not going to happen. Kayla's going to smash her, but
I will argue one thing, and you're going to get the points, and that's fine. And then you'll be down by only 6.
he said I'm up 10.
No,
Yeah.
you got 10 points for that answer.
From your
So I'm winning.
No, from your
Right now you're winning. You're up by 2. You're up
All
by
right.
1 right now.
2.
I'm gonna say Merab has the most to lose. And let me explain. He's the champion. He's already beat Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley got an immediate rematch. I will bet you dollars to donuts that if Sean O'Malley knocks out Merab has to fight 4 guys that have all been former world champions to get back to a title shot. Does that make sense? Like, if he loses this fight, he's not getting an instant rematch. If he loses this fight, he's not going to get a quick turnaround. They're going to try to make Sean O'Malley look like he was the guy the whole time. They're going to say that,
The
it
difference is he'll still have a job. If they don't have Kayla as the champ, they might never have that division again, which is
so
wild.
Grant got 3 points for that answer. So Grant Dawson wins this generation of Banana Blitz UFC 316 by 1 point.
System is bullshit.
what all losers say.
I still don't know how it works.
You get points. You get points for saying good stuff. And you get bad points for saying the wrong thing. I'm pushing the hammer right here. There's a button. But guys, what a good week. Let me push. Oh, my thing went away. Elle, is your there? The fights at your house? Guys.
No, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. I don't know what happened. Guys, Friday, June 13th, a special show, live show at the Dawson's house. We will have fun. We will break cards. We will give zins away. We will see people. We will have fun and laugh and take pictures. It'll be a great time at the Dawson's house. Friday, June 13th, live exclusively on this YouTube channel. Dawson's, anything else? I'm about to push the end stream button.
This point system is bullshit.
Elle, you took an L. Just take one as a team. Grant won fair and square. Grant, never jump on a pole again. I'm serious.
Kayla Harrison's going to dominate this weekend. It's going to be awesome. That's it.
There we go. Kayla Harrison show Saturday night. We'll see everyone there.